on a morning when you're running at 6 a.m. one day with a lot of people, you're ahead of 90% of the people who are sleeping. You know you're someone who's put yourself out there, left all your insecurities of feeling unfit, and made an effort to get better. Are you also someone who's been trying to get into fitness? रनिंग स्टार्ट करनी है, जिम स्टार्ट करना है, बट हो नहीं पा रहा. एक फिटनेस रील देखते हैं, मोटिवेशन स्पाइक कर जाती है रात को, फिर फोन बंद करके सो जाते हैं. आई वाज दिस पर्सन दिसंबर 2024, बट आई मेड अ चेंज दिस ईयर. फ्रॉम समवन जिसकी 2 किलोमीटर पे सांस फूल जाती थी, हमने एक 10 किलोमीटर रन कंप्लीट किया है. वी हैव डन 3 5Ks एंड इन दीस 25 रन्स आई हैव कंप्लीटेड ओवर 100 किलोमीटर्स दिस ईयर. नाउ दीज आर नॉट ग्रेट मेट्रिक्स, बट दैट्स नॉट द पॉइंट. The point is that I started and I want you to. इस वीडियो में बात करेंगे how I went from running under 2K to completing a 10K. What are my learnings? What can you take away and start your journey as well? So the first thing we did was starting. Was very motivated looking at some of my friends and peers doing half marathons usually. Started. Ran thrice a week. 1.5 किलोमीटर से लेके maximum 3 किलोमीटर तक हम पहुंचना शुरू किया. Over a period of January, ran 7-8 times. Couldn't reach more than 3.5 kilometers. Wasn't happy with myself. But Feb was a game changer. So there was a New Delhi marathon that was coming up and my friend messaged me that yeah, let's just sign up for this 5K. Let's see what happens. Both of us had never did a 5K, but just took that leap of faith कि यार देखी जाएगी, कर लेते हैं. पहली learning यही है. Take the first step. Sign up for a 5K if you also want to get into running. To prepare for a 5K, started running a little more often, maybe 4 times a week, getting closer to 4.5K, and then one day ended up running a 6.8K. Delighted with myself. फिर मैंने सोचा कि एकदम से कैसे हो गया 6.8K. तो यही समझ में आया कि यार we've been doing this consistently. Maybe it was good weather, maybe we were feeling good, and it just happened. लेकिन इतना भी सिंपल नहीं था. I somehow brought running into my routine. Did 2 things. One, I go to this library usually after work where I spend a couple of hours brainstorming, working on my podcast. Found a park near that library and made it a point to run after every library session. Also, did another thing to make it easier to follow. Immediately post work, every night before going to sleep, मैं अपने sport shoes और running attire bed पे निकाल के रख देता था. So when I come back from home the next day, I see that I've put in some effort to take these clothes and shoes out. Might as well go and run. The learning is you need to make it very easy for yourself to start and be consistent. Now you know you need to make it easier for yourself to be able to start. But how do you get better at running? What did I really learn about running in this journey? I recently met Ishan Lal, who I also hosted for a podcast, who runs marathons. He told me about the Norwegian 4x4 method. It's great to improve speeds and distances. Basically, you start with a warm-up. You create 4-minute intervals of 4 runs. First of all, doing a hard 80 to 90% of your effort for the first 4 minutes, ensuring that you're only maxing out जब आपके 4 minutes complete हो रहे हैं, you're done at that 4 minutes. Then you pause for a recovery. Ideally a 4-minute break, but you can manage that as per yourself. Post that recovery, which may be a small, smooth walk, you again get back to another 4-minute hard run. You do this 4-minute hard run 4 times, once or twice a week. Mix it with slow, longer runs for maximum benefit. Why this works is, it pushes your VO2 max up. VO2 max is simply your body's ability to use oxygen during exercise. VO2 max जितना ज़्यादा बढ़ेगा, stamina और speed उतनी ज़्यादा बढ़ेगी. और simple तरीके से कहें तो, या तो तेज भागना है या बहुत ही धीरे. Don't run somewhere in the middle. ये method इसलिए काम करेगा because it's making you work very hard. You're not running in the middle where you're also putting in effort, but it's not pushing your VO2 max and your body to use as much oxygen as it can. So start with 3 times, and this is what I do as well. I run thrice a week, 2 easy runs, 1 run hard, which is using the Norwegian 4x4 method. Now we've talked about how to bring running into your schedule and a method that can help you become a better runner. There's another thing I want to talk about. Ensuring accountability. There's a conversation that I had with Mr. Sandeep Singh from Accenture, who's a managing director who also runs. When I say runs, means marathons. He once ran 100 half marathons in 100 days. On a podcast, मैंने उनसे पूछा कि सर ये idea कैसे आया आपको? How did you commit to it? He said while he was stopped at a traffic signal sitting in his car, he thought of doing this to raise awareness for air pollution and just committed to the action. Just made a public announcement. So what he did was 2 things. First, आइडिया आया, उसको कमिट कर दिया. सेकंड, मेड इट पब्लिक टू इंश्योर अकाउंटेबिलिटी फ्रॉम आउटवर्ड्स एज वेल. आई नो इट्स डिफिकल्ट. I know you have a very busy routine and you've been trying this over a period of time but नहीं हो पा रहा. But let me tell you something. When you're running a first 5 or a 10K with a lot of people. The feeling is insane. You know you're someone who's put yourself out there, left all your insecurities of feeling unfit, and made an effort to get better. Because on a morning when you're running at 6 a.m. one day with a lot of people, you're ahead of 90% of the people who are sleeping. I love thinking about it like this. The day you start, you're ahead of 90% of the people. Hope my story and the intent to motivate you start work, and you go on and include a run or a gym session in your routine soon. That's it for today. I'll see you in another one.